And with that, welcome back to Pokemon Blue.
Pokemon Blue, yay. Last time... Oh, wait. Introduction time. Stop blocking the way! No! Rage, you won't let me in. It's the best intro ever. Come on. Why won't you let me in? Do you believe in ghosts? Yes. Really? So there are believers. Can you... Thank you. Okay. Now, I am Miss Master 1.
And I am Justin Bieber. I mean, Mr. H. Sasting.
Same person. Anyway, let's move on.
Bitch!
Oh, Jesus. Music. This is a weird place. Welcome to the Pokemon Tower. And oh my god, they have nuns. I am a
Have you ever wondered what happens to Pokemon when they die? They come here.
Actually...
Have your Pokemon dead? Come here today!
Wait a minute.
People are just dying to get in here.
It's you! You're back with a vengeance.
Hey, Mist, while you were gone, I went and got all the gym badges. What brings you here? Your Pokemon don't look dead. I can at least make them faint and kill them with a knife. Let's go, pal.
With a knife. With a totem pole. Oh.
Time's 10.
Now, he's going to start off this fight with a Pidgeotto. Now, off-screen, I raised up Tech him a little bit, or Jolteon, and I learned Thunder Shock for this reason. So now we're going to use Thunder Shock, and this Pidgeotto's going to get massively hurt from it. One shot.
Dead.
Yeah, that's the reason why... And yeah, he learns Thunder Shock at level 31.
Hey guys,
Gyarados?
I have a spinny chair, so I can spin in circles.
Whee! And he has a Gyarados, so we'll use Thunderbolt again.
By the way, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't spinning in this chair the entire time I've been doing this intro.
Yeah, pretty easy fight. Growlithe. I think I know the perfect thing to deal with that. Double J for the first time in like 2 episodes or something.
Oh, and by the way, guys, if you didn't notice, we went and put our best team-member Paris back in the PC so we can get Slushy out.
Yeah. Water gun? Damn it! How did that not kill it? That doesn't work in battle, retard. It's like Roar, but we're in a battle. You can't run.
Well, Roar, they upgrade it in the future games where when you use Roar, it'll shift your Pokemon out, but you won't leave the battle.
Let's go against Kadabra.
Just Loomer would be the best.
Okay.
Because it's just physically wrecked.
Okay. Only level 20 though, so no big deal. Damn it! I say that. Teleport.
Oh, by the way, guys.
Teleport. Oh, what?
If you were wondering, we will be doing a grind session, like a huge grind session for all our members before the finale, like of the LP.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure.
Well, it depends. Like how our stuff is by then. So yeah, now we basically have a type that's strong against almost everything.
Yep.
So our team is pretty much set for the rest of the game. Got Fire type, Water type, Thunder type, Rock type. Oh, nice, got burned. Flying type and a normal type, which should be good enough for pretty much everything.
I still think Loomer is going to be the VIP of your team.
Yeah, and we can choose Water over Grass because Grass doesn't have that many other things that are good with it aside from the Water type. Aside from maybe Poison Protection, but what, you stinker? Oh, I stole your line.
I took it easy on you too, and I killed your Pokemon.
I killed all your Pokemon.
How's your Pokedex becoming pale? Why is it every time I see the word pal, I think of Phoenix Wright? God damn. I just caught a Cubone!
Cubone?
I can't find the grown-up Marowak yet. I doubt there's any left. Well, I better get going. I got a lot to do and little time to do it. Smell you later, fag.
Smell you later.
Fag.
Fag. You're a fag.
You're
okay.
a fag.
And now I actually have thought about this, and I've decided that I want to talk about the what is it? The interesting Pokemon hack about this, like regarding this part of the game.
Well, it's not a Pokemon hack. It's more of a
bootleg copy.
Bootleg, yeah.
And I'm gonna use the a repel here. Let me see, just find one. Where is it? Super repel. You can find basically like ghost types like Ghastly, Haunter, stuff like that.
You can also, if you're lucky, you can find Cubone in here.
Yeah.
Rare. Decent ground type.
But we're not going to pick up any of them. Now, moving on with the story. There's actually very few required trainers here, but we're just going to fight them anyway. What would you say is good to be using against these trainers?
I should give Crush Slash a chance.
Okay. He hasn't had his time for a little while, so...
Have you taught him Rock Slide yet?
Oh, thanks for the idea. Hang on, guys. We'll get to it in just a second. What is it? TM30. 48? Yeah. And Rock Slide. There we go. What should we get rid of? What should we get rid of in exchange? What do we got?
Let's see. Get rid of, Scratch. We don't need that anymore. We have Slash.
Slash. Okay. Now, moving on with this. So, the actual title, now, don't think of it, it's like, you know, the other game, but it was called Pokemon Black.
Well, I'm actually going to be quiet for this section. I'm going to mistake the show here.
And, it was actually, not the 5th generation, but it was actually an exclusive, like, you know, hack, or whatever it was, like a bootleg copy of the 1st generation. And what would happen is that, instead of the 3 regular chances, or Pokemon that you get, aside from Yellow with, what is it, Pikachu? The way things would work is that you actually got... Oh, it doesn't affect Ghastly shit. But you only had a choice of 1 Pokemon, and that was, what is it? Ghost. Like, you know, the actual ghost that you, like, find inside this place here. But, you could never switch Ghost out of your party. Like, you could never put him out of your PC. You had him throughout your entire game. You didn't have to use him at all, but the ending would still, like, be the same throughout it. But I'll explain as this goes. You could pick up any other kind of Pokemon. Doesn't matter. But if you used Ghost at all, you would run into a trainer. Oh, and by the way, this Pokemon here, like Curse, like, the Ghosts, like the Ghosts, you know, the Ghosts that you find here, have a move called Curse, which wasn't a move until, like, later generations. There was no move in Curse. There's no move called Curse in Generation 1. And that would actually... The scary thing is, whenever you went into a battle and you used Curse on a Pokemon, the screen would cut to black, and you would hear, like, this cry, like, it was, like, the same cry as the Pokemon would give, except it was slightly lower pitched. Then it would come back, and after that, you would see it would disappear, and you would have won the fight, and you would just move on from that. But here's the thing. When you got the trainers, you could do the same thing. But when you used it on their Pokemon, and they had to use their next Pokemon, like, because Curse instantly killed everything, it would show that they have 1 less Pokeball than they did last time. So it implied that they actually died from that. And what you could do after you won the fight, the battle menu came up again. And what would happen after that is that you could decide to fight or run away. And if you decide to fight, first, if you ran away, nothing would happen, just be normal. But if you fought, you would actually kill the trainer too, like, with their Pokemon. And you could do this throughout the entire game. With, like, even the gym leaders, you could do this too. Now, you couldn't do it with Giovanni. Oh, well, actually, that's going to be a little spoiler, but let's just say that, like, back in Part 10, you couldn't use it on Giovanni, and you couldn't use it on your rival battles. And, well, eventually what would happen is that you get through the entire game with, if you used him at all, like, if you used Ghost at all, even if you didn't, what would happen is that normally you'd go through the entire game like that. After you beat the game and beat the Pokemon League, you did the Elite Four, and you beat the champion, stuff like that, what would happen is that after the credits, it would show you back at Lavender Town as an old man, and you would see all the gravestones around that would show your Pokemon being dead. Now, this would confuse people who played it because they'd be thinking, what the hell to do? Now, you had no Pokemon with you, and there were no Pokemon left to be found. So, people were, like, speculating where you could go, but there was actually one bush that was, like, out of place. Like, out of, I think it was, like, what was it called? Well, one of the towns, and it would actually allow you to go back into Pallet Town. So you could make your way all the way from Lavender Town. You couldn't fly there, you had no Pokemon. You walked all the way from Lavender Town all the way to Pallet Town, and it would continuously play the Lavender Town music, which is, like, the scariest music in the game. It would keep decreasing in pitch over time until you actually made it to the very same spot you started your game from, which was, you know, back in your house. It would cut to black when you stepped in the exact same spot, and then it would show pictures of all the Pokemon that you killed in order. Like, you know, a Caterpie, a Rattata, stuff like that. And then after that, it would show all the trainers that you used it on. And eventually, after that whole thing was done, the screen would cut to black again. Then you would hear the encounter music play, and then it would show you, like, you had no Pokemon, but you would show up and Ghost appeared on the other side. Now, take in mind that Ghost was the only one that lived after all those years. You're an old man now, and it's been, like, quite a bit of time. And the thing with that is that it said Ghost wanted the battle. Now, you had no Pokemon at your disposal, so you yourself was like the Pokemon that had to fight. And what happened was you could not do anything. You could not run away, you had no items, you had no Pokemon, and the only thing you could do was struggle in one of your, like, attack menus. Now, every turn, Ghost would come over and just be like, Ghost does not do anything that turn, until you had 1 HP left from struggling so much and you hurt yourself. And then what would happen is that it would have Ghost use Curse on you, the screen would cut to black, and then it would never come back to show what happened. And then what you do, because there's nothing else to do, turn the game off, turn it back on, and then the game data was gone. So that's basically implying that after all the stuff that you went through, you died along with everything else that you killed on the journey. That was pretty much the whole bootleg copy of that thing. Nobody knows where this copy is anymore, but that was the story of it. And Rage, you can come back now.
I'm back now, and
after that huge explanation, yeah, it's basically
after story time with Miss. That's gonna be the title of this video. I'm pretty sure story time with Miss.
Yeah, it's a pretty fucked up story, really.
I have something else to talk about, Lavender. This place is filled with conspiracies, and the next conspiracy I want to talk about is the Lavender Town seizures.
Well, hang on. Before we do that, this Purifying Zone restores all your Pokemon back, and I think it restores their PP too, so I'm just going to step on that really quick.
Okay.
Effect wore off.
So, everyone knows this game originated in Japan, correct?
Yeah.
Well, in Japan there was a beta version. And now, if you remember, in Japan they had Pokemon Red and Green. We had Red and Blue.
Yeah.
So, basically, in the beta version, they give out to a lot of people to kind of test the game, you know, see what they thought. A lot of kids enjoyed the game, and they played it, and then they got to Lavender Town. And a majority of them quit after Lavender Town. And apparently the reason they quit was because the music. Now, everyone knows the Lavender Town music in this game, and in any game, usually, except for Heart Gold and Soul Silver, is very creepy. Well, it's even creepier in Japan, the original version. Basically, the original version is extremely high-pitched and extremely harmful to the ears. Especially to kids under the age of 14, because their ears haven't fully developed. So basically, what was going on is
that's a creepy sprite.
These sounds are so high-pitched. These kids went insane. Some of them even going, apparently, I don't know if this is true, some of them even going to lengths to kill themselves. Because it just drove them crazy. Just because of the music. And that's why it was changed in the localization and the actual version.
That's pretty fucked up.
It's it's not pretty, that's for sure.
Damn. So yeah, this place has some very bad rap from several people.
I hated this place as a kid.
And I'm pretty sure almost every other kid did too.
I hated it so much. And, like, just the thought of people killing themselves over a Pokemon game, you have to be serious. That would have to take some serious shit. I don't know if you've ever, Missed, have you ever heard of anything called Teen Buzz?
What?
Have you ever heard of something called Teen Buzz?
No.
Which is something only kids can hear, but if you play it for an adult, they can't hear it.
Oh, I think I have heard of that.
Well, yeah, it's kind of similar to that, except it won't harm people our age, but it will harm, like, for 15 and, like, 14 and up, because our ears have developed fully. Like, but anything lower than that is going to basically, it drove them insane. Literally insane. Like, they were literally cutting themselves, they were, like, using nails and like grinding against the walls. They were. It was. Oh god.
So yeah, obviously this isn't gonna be for like those people that really wanna like
Yeah, we might, if Miss remembers, we might put a warning at the beginning of the video or something.
Yeah.
This is
for those
not
who are
for the lighthearted.
For those who are curious, I mean, I pretty much explained the whole deal. But for those who are curious, I will put a link in the description about this story that about the illegal copy that was distributed. To,
and I guess if I can find one, I'll leave a link to Lavender Town Suicides.
Yeah. That's why this part has been like critiqued quite a bit from several people.
Let's keep on telling stories. I want to move on to another Pokemon game that was also a bootleg copy, as far as we know. Now, this is one of the more famous Pokemon bootlegs because of how much, like, surrounding it. Now, this is not about Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. This is Pokemon Silver, Gold, and Crystal.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So this is Pokemon... See, this guy, he goes to the store, right? He goes to his local GameStop. This is back when GameStop sold games like that, and GameStop wasn't a complete ripoff. He goes, he buys his games, he bought, and he's been craving Pokemon Silver. So he goes in there, he buys himself an old Game Boy, and he buys himself Pokemon Silver. What he did not know, voice crack, is that, that copy of Pokemon Silver was going to change his life. You see, he had acquired himself a bootleg copy of Pokemon, Silver, which is Pokemon Lost Silver. Now, excuse me, it's, I don't even know where to start. So basically you start off in this really weird place. Please, if I don't get something right, please don't, critique me. I haven't read the story in a while. I actually was obsessed with this stuff at one point. Like, I kept it, like, Majora's Mask creepypastas, all that stuff. Yeah. I was obsessed with them at one point. I loved it. Like, it was so interesting. But...
Oh, sorry, just to interrupt you really quick, and also, in case you still want to know more, there's also videos on YouTube about it.
Yeah.
But be aware that some of them are just completely fake, but there are some that are actually, like, really, like, what it's about.
Yeah.
They're actually, they're also really sad when you think about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it, for Lost Silver too much, but basically, there's actually a real game floating around the internet. Someone actually recreated it from the story. Now, this story was first told as a creepypasta. Creepypastas are basically where people share stories about random stuff that happens to be really scary, and may or may not be made up. We don't know. That's the enthralling part about it. So basically you start off, and you have these unknown. Now, unknown are Pokemon that are in the shape of letters. There's 20, actually there's more than 26, there's like 28 different kinds of unknown. It's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you know the deal. And then explanation and question mark, I think. You get what I'm saying, Mist?
Yeah. I'm just letting you talk.
Yeah, but it's like they spell out in your party. Like, it's like at one point he's like, he died. And it's like, hurry, and it's really sad. And it's hard to believe that something as innocent as Pokemon, or at least we thought as innocent as Pokemon, could even be mustered into this. Now, I'm not going to give you the full story about Lost Silver, mainly because it could or could not spoil something for Mist in the future if he ever does decide to do Pokemon Silver, Gold, and Crystal. Mainly, and plus I kind of want you guys, it's more fun to read on your own rather than being told.
Yeah, I mean, I just explained the whole thing, but...
Yeah, well, I don't remember it that well. I don't want to butcher the story. It really doesn't need to be butchered, so... I'm going to let them click. If Mist does, leave a link to it in the description. That would be awesome.
I'll try to remember.
I hopefully will remember. If not, I'll comment on the video saying you didn't leave it a link.
And I think that should do it because we're almost through here now.
Yeah. And the other thing I mentioned, the Majora's Mask creepypasta, I'll go ahead and admit that's the scariest creepypasta I've ever read. Was the Majora's Mask one.
Well, based off a video game.
Well, yeah.
Ooh, rare candy. Who should I give this to?
Who's your lowest level?
Good idea. Because now that we've talked about stories for quite a little while, why not? Now we actually move on with the game because, well, now that we have the Sylph Scope, this is actually its time for its ultimate use. Now, once you step right before the stairs here, be gone, intruders. And there's also a lot of speculation about this too. Now, see, this is the ghost I was talking about from earlier in the story. You actually got to keep one of these throughout the game, but you need the Sylph Scope, or if you don't, I'll explain the other use in a second. With the Sylph Scope, you can uncover the ghost to uncover. It's a Marowak in disguise.
I actually have a little bit more of a story, so don't fight this thing yet. So if you may or may not know, Cubone is the pre-evolved form of Marowak, right? Well, there's a huge conspiracy with that. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but Kangaskhan, a Pokemon, you see, it has a Pokemon in its belly, a little Pokemon thing. Have you ever noticed that, Mist?
Yep.
If Mist remembers in editing, he can flash a picture up on the screen right now of what Kangaskhan looks like, because we haven't run into one in this Let's Play so far. Now, Kangaskhan is known, like, to be, a Pokemon that cares for its, children, like its child. It's rumored that Cubone is Kangaskhan's child with a bone on its head for being lonely. It's wearing the bone, it's wearing the skull of its dead mother, Kangaskhan, on its head. That's what it's rumored, because they have the same, like, shape. Its head is the same shape as Kangaskhan. It's been a rumor for a while. I have no idea if it's true or false. I can't... It's sad.
And also, I'm just going to mention this really quick too, that in the Japanese version of the game, it was actually called, like, Orphan.
Uh-huh.
And that leads to even more speculation that, that the theory proves true because of the fact that its mother's skull is on its head.
Yeah, and also Cubone.
Yeah.
Bone, like one, which means lonely or whatever. Also, this Marowak is the mother of Cubone, like, and it was killed by Team Rocket. Trying to save its children, trying to save its child. That Marowak we just battled was the restless soul of Cubone's mother. The Cubone, she was killed by Team Rocket trying to defend her child. There's so much. This is gonna be a sad episode.
Yeah, it departs the afterlife. This is probably gonna be the only real dark episode of this LP, just because we're explaining everything.
And if requested enough, I'm sure we could probably make another entire video, like, just our thoughts on the theories and stuff of it. If you really want to, I guess we can. I might upload it on my channel if you guys don't want to see it here. Like, I don't know.
But now that we've scared you for the past 20 minutes, let's actually just let's just talk about this. Team Rocket's actually made their way all the way up to the top here, and they've held, what is it? Who's the person again?
Mr. Fuji.
Yeah, like, they've left him here hostage, and they're basically wanting him. Do they want the item that he'll give to us or something? Okay, and sorry about that. Really quick, Rage got interrupted again.
As usual.
But yeah, they're holding the Mr. Fuji hostage here, and what is it? They want the item that he'll end up giving to us or something, because I'm not sure, because do they ever explain it?
I don't know if they explain it or not. It's been, like I've said many times before.
Oh my god!
I haven't played through Blue and Red in a while, so, and I haven't played through Fire and the Screen in a while too.
Well, let's just assume that they have him here hostage because there's a specific item that's required to get past to later places, and they want to spread, like, you know, their team throughout the entire, like, region. But they can't get to the next part without the item that he has. But we're here to make sure that they you know, they don't have him hostage anymore, so that way. But, you know, in the end, I think they make it there anyway, don't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Maybe because, like, we open up the path later or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Whatever. Coffee. You know, it's like, I think when I was younger growing up with one of my friends, is that he actually used to, like, think that coughing was like saying coffee.
Oh, wow.
So like every time, like it would be like he thought he'd be like coffee, coffee. It was like so stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I apologize if the commentary's a little bit off. I just kind of lost myself in thought now.
It's okay.
Because of the whole conspiracy thing.
I mean, it's like, how are you supposed to how are you supposed to just, like, you know, like, get right over that? Like, after telling stories for, like, the past 20 minutes that, like, you know, when you really think about them, are freaking really scary shit.
I don't remember, I don't think I mentioned it. I think I mentioned this in the last episode, but, like, right now, I'm currently working on a project with my in my bio class, like, about suicide and stuff. This is just kind of makes it a little bit more chilling to work on, but yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, well, he has a nice face over there.
He's like, you haven't come rescued me yet.
He's like one of those texted faces, like it's just like a period, then an underscore, and then a period.
Yeah.
Nintendo, you're cheaping out. Well, this was like, what, 1990... What, mid-1990s? On a handheld?
Yeah, like 1995 when it started being created.
Yeah.
In like 1998 when we got
Plus,
it.
it was on a handheld thing, so even less space.
Yeah.
Which I mean, considering like all the outcomes and stuff like that, this has quite a bit of information in it for a handheld thing. I mean, it's not very long. I mean, when you think about it, but
it's revolutionized.
Yeah.
The gaming industry forever.
So yeah, I'm just making sure that, you know, Jolteon gets up to level, because Jolteon's probably gonna be one of our most, like, you know, powerful Pokemon in the end. So.
Yeah.
I mean, Thunder types are really, really good if you get them trained up all the way.
So yeah, I apologize for the sad episode, guys, but I really wanted to get that stuff off our chest. Like, it's a sad moment, and it's really sad to think about. Like, thinking about a Pokemon like wearing its mother's skull on its head and carrying around bones of her body to use as combat.
But now that we've finished the Pokemon Tower, like, that's the last Rocketeer, so let's just talk to Mr. Fuji. What's the voice for this guy?
Huh? You came to save me?
He's not a homo. Give him a different voice.
Huh? You came to save me?
That's better.
Thank you, but I came here on my awfully rare. You see, I came to a car show of Triple Murder.
Oh great, now it's reminding us more.
I think my wrecked spirit has gone through the afterlife. I must thank you for your kind concern. Follow me to my Pokemon home at the foot of this tower.
I like who just disappears for a little bit.
Teleport! Teleport, Mario!
We want to talk to him one more time.
Missed. Your Pokédex quest may fail without love for your Pokemon.
I speak very slowly.
I think this may help you on your quest.
And we get the Poke Flute.
Receive the Poke Flute.
Upon hearing the Poke Flute, sleeping Pokemon will spring awake. It works on all sleeping Pokemon. And he changed voices in mid-sentence.
Yep.
And also one more thing before we end the episode off, it's actually possible to skip that like encounter with Cubone's mother, or well, Marowak, whatever, and Repel's effect wore off. But if you can actually buy a Pokédoll in what is it, Celadon? And you can use that to actually get out of the fight, because it allows you to get out of a fight with one ghost here, and that actually Nintendo didn't think of this, but you can actually completely skip, you know, the entire rocket base. So if you want to do that, that saves time, but I figured I'd speed it up just to make sure, you know, I cover it, but it's not really required. So
we're gonna end this episode off now?
And next time, which route are we gonna take?
We're gonna be heading Saffron City.
Yeah, and we're going to either head... Well, Saffron City?
We're gonna be heading there first.
Fuchsia, oh yeah, but what we're going to do is head to Fuchsia City down here or to the left. We haven't decided yet, but next time we'll meet you guys at Saffron, and then we'll start heading to Fuchsia. So see you guys then.
I gotta think of a creative outro. This message has been approved by Godot. Drink your coffee, bitch. Bye.
Bye.
Love how you have the end of every single outro, just bye.